Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to A House of Many Doors, where last episode we found the heart, and found ourselves, with more work to do. But it's fine, we also got our hideous revelations. I believe we got 2 of them, but I would need to double check that. Because I thought I'd read that they were supposed to be unique items or something. Something I'll worry about in the future. Not now. Because right now we're just heading back to the City of Angels. You know what, I think to speak to the Angel Xeraphile. It's time we got some more work done. Proper work, mind you. Not the work of the... Ooh, but I could, but it's not the... Oh, these aren't the Governor's men, so I don't care anyway. But yes, that's another thing I want to do in the near future. Not now, of course, not now. No, right now I'm... A mildewy fountain from another world, a chubby statue stands in the center with an upturned jug, gazing at you moronically. The water at the base of the fountain is still crystal clear. Your reflection shimmers, splinters, it reforms as a grinning skeleton with a blood-dripping heart stuffed crudely into its left eye socket. You fall back, startled. Meh. To be expected. But yes. Has been a while since we took on that job from his what was it? Not his enduring majesty. His something majesty. His majesty in exile, that was what it was. And there, I suspect, are the Governor's men. Or perhaps pirates. Perhaps. Still, I have too many injured people. I cannot justify it at this time. Not yet. Chance to get our grimoire. Or fail, that's fine. That's another possibility. Fountain? Fountain. Might as well get our haunting visions, they're potentially useful. Gotta get more poetry done after all. Might just dedicate a whole episode to spending all our poetry components. Let's just not deal with that today. Alright. Progress, sort of. I can use more junior engineers. Oh, just a ruined pub. Still finding nothing. Gonna have to build up my vigilance even more, but that's for the future. Ah, perfect, I have 2 revelations. City of glorious light and marble. There are more churches here than you can count, and the whole horizon is domes and spires. City of Angels. Just the worst. Anyway, deliver the necessary materials to the Archbishop of Anglecrab. He's dangling from the ceiling as a tangle of jagged limbs. As you do. The Archbishop holds the darkness up to the light. It squirms in discomfort. Your revelation is accepted in reverent silence, and the prism hovers above his desk, flickering and folding between dimensions, while he watches with obscene delight. Excellent work, he declares finally. He's almost completely human-shaped now, though his facial features are hovering a foot away from his face. As soon as I'm able to attract a moment of Anglecrab's attention, I'll persuade it to open Blasphemer's Quarter from you. For you, rather. I'm gonna put a pin in that, though. Built a statue to the god-shaped void. You stand before the plinth, tourists bustle past, either not noticing you or carefully not meeting your wild-eyed gaze. It's time to begin your work. The necrosia fills you with pleasant nothingness. It will rot your skin, but only a little. The color dust lets you see the absence of color. This, the pigment in which you choose to paint. Your mind has been fractured, and you retreat into the cracks. You unstopper your bottles and begin to sculpt. The darkness writhes and kicks and strips the skin from your hands, but you are not to be resisted. Not now. Above you, the angels watch in something like awe. When you step back, the plinth is now decorated by a lack of a statue. There's nothing there, and the nothing is visible. Some shifting emptiness scar, dark and raw. Looking at it makes your head hurt and your eyes bleed. You've gathered quite a crowd by now, of course, and you can hear them moan in dismay. Officials will try to remove your statue, but somehow they cannot get a grip on it. Perfect. Everyone in the City of Angels agrees you have quite ruined their magnificent parade. So I have. Well, never wanted to be too well liked here. Propitiate Abja. This will grant you Abja's favor, provided it doesn't go wrong. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll consider that. Right now, though, gather news. Even whispers are eavesdropped. There are only a few who will risk being seen talking to you. Takes you a long time to find someone standing out in the open. The young woman looks at you in fright as you ask her for the truth of recent events. She hasn't heard much, but it's enough. Her eyes scan the skies furiously as she speaks. Speaking of, wander these streets. Wide, clean, and empty streets. A celebratory crowd is marching. Their cheers and trumpets disrupt the usual silence. You are swept with them towards Cinder's Common. A cluster of angels hover silently above the marble square, at the center of which lies a great heap of books and paper. The burners are white-clad men, who trill prayers to the sanctioned as they dip their torches. As the fire roars into existence, the burners step back, their faces red and sweating, and the crowd surges forward, each struggling to fan the flames. Though the flames are growing higher by the second, you know there are some sections of the great heap that have only been lightly brushed by fire. You could theoretically rescue some book from the mounting inferno. Every time. Make a grab. You'll not stand idly while books burn. Try to pluck the most valuable book from the blaze. You have no time at all to scan the books in front of you and find one that looks most valuable. You make a snap decision and snatch a book, flames looking playfully and painfully at your fingertips. The crowd heaves behind you. For a moment, you don't know if anyone saw you, but you chose your moment well. You found with disappointment, far from being valuable, this is a hack book of lurid murder tales, of the kind extremely common throughout the 7 cities. It's printed so cheaply that the ink stains your hands as you turn the pages. And turn, and turn. It's certainly addictive. You tuck the book away triumphantly. Even this is a victory over them. I'm curious. So very curious. So curious that we're going to be doing this. This will grant you Abja's favor, provided it doesn't go wrong. Scatter your mind, be lost on the wind like dust. Whisper secrets into nothingness so that nothingness might consume them, so they might echo silently in the void forevermore. You'll need substances to expand your perceptions, to send you to the brink of oblivion. Ooh. My. Well, no. Perhaps not. You might revisit this matter, but for now it does not interest you. It interests me, but I don't have the resources to make it happen, so not today. Still, we do have one more thing I can do here. Might as well. Days or weeks or months in a scuttling tin can surrounded by strangers of questionable morality and a significant risk of death or worse. Who wouldn't want to join our expedition? You hope the new prospects don't question why you're in constant need of new crew. You can put up a poster, which is cheap and effective, or you could bribe a priest to read your advertisement during their service, which will cast a wide net and doubtless attract prospects, but be moderately expensive. I can go for that. Perfect. Exactly the sort of person I needed. You bribe a victor of more bizarre, unfortunate, to read out your advertisement during the morning service, the noon service, and the evening service. He somehow manages to work it smoothly into the overall themes of his preaching. Good man, that one. But no. Oh, actually, Fiona. But no. Pen pusher. Although innocuous translated, his name is a terrible insult in the Karachar language. He stutters when he talks and begs you to forgive him if he makes a mistake. At a mere 7 feet in height, he'd be a runt amongst his fellow sharkmen. Well, you're on board now. Bradley, you're gone. Speak to the Mad Angel Zeraphile. We have quite literally nothing else to do here. Otherwise. Well, except for shopping, but that can wait. His broken tower looms in the heart of the city like a spear. For a mile around Zeraphile's tower, the buildings are shattered and empty. Stray dogs fight in desolate streets. As you walk towards the broken tower, you're granted by hazard yellow warning signs. Blasphemer's Quarter, the signs proclaim. Go no further, danger of death, danger of angels. Head into Blasphemer's Quarter. The Archbishop has promised you a safe path. From a distance, Blasphemer's Quarter is a nightmare tangle of impossible perspective, but as you approach, it opens for you like an orchid. Its complexities are suddenly clear. It's maddeningly simple. Of course this street loops back on itself. Of course this alley ends with a half-mile above a church steeple. Of course the seemingly straight road is secretly an upside-down oscillohedron. Everything has a pattern. The angels can only watch in aghast dismay as you make your way straight to the broken tower. They try to follow you, but the complexities of the quarter trap them. The broken tower is less impressive than its reputation, a squat and shattered thing. The doorway choked with weeds and rubble. You crawl through the gap and into the darkness beyond. Zeraphile is waiting for you, crouched on a jutting parapet among the gargoyles. Most of the angels are eerily handsome, their lithe bodies and symmetrical perfection marred only by the overabundance of eyes. Not Zeraphile. He is starved and pallid and skinny, his long hair rank with filth, his scrawny chest pitted with holes. No, not holes, sockets. He had hundreds of eyes once, all over his body, but he's gouged out each and every one. Who's come to visit? Asks Zeraphile, sniffing, blind face questing back and forth. He spreads his wings, tattered things, scabbed with mange. There's rust on the breeze, someone who spends too much time around metal. Do I detect a hint of ink? Ah, gods help us, a poet. Engage him in polite conversation first. He seems like he might need that. Poor old Zeraphile, says the angel, picking at one of its empty eyes. He sleeps on broken stone in his dreams, so you'd hate to dream his dreams. There are metal bats beneath a city of bridges who want his blood, and a woman with old teeth who wants his brain. And now, to add to his woes, you come to him promising tea and chatter. No, you did not cross the crab trader's maze for sweet talk. You came to ask a question. Fair enough. Tell him you seek the locked door that leads to the orchard. Orchard, rather. Zeraphile effects an exaggerated sigh. He crosses his skinny legs, sending fragments of stone tumbling down to you. As I suspected, but why would I tell you? I told someone once before and she betrayed me. As penance, I retreated to this miserable tower and ate my own eyes. Now you come to me almost 2,000 years later, asking me for to break my oath a second time. I mean... A test of spirit. Persuade him you have good reason to know. Shocking. Zeraphile listens to your pleas with a cocked head. His empty eyes crinkle. Am I weak of will or strong of character? I find myself convinced. He spreads his rancid wings and hops down next to you, half gliding, half dropping clumsily. A secret once told is a secret no more. Is that not the case? I told it once before, so why not tell it again? He grips his face, long nails tearing ribbons from the flesh. Oh, I feel ashamed, but I am damned already. Hand me your map. He makes a marking just north of Panichak. There, he says, exhausted, the door that leads to the old lady's orchard. And a request merits a favor in return, no? Cut out my tongue, then cut off my hands. I'm done. I'm old and blind, and it seems I cannot keep my mouth shut, or my hands from writing, so kindly remove the offending parts in question. I mean... This seems like a cruel and horrible thing to do, but on the other hand, it would prevent anyone else from doing this, and I don't know if I'm being pursued. Cut off his hands, cut out his tongue. He's as silent as the knife. He's silent as the knife saws through his wrists, but the tongue gets him screaming. When the messy business is done, Zeraphile writhes on the rubble-strewn floor. He gapes at you, mouth welling with blood. Blinding pain in your head, you stumble and are racked by sudden visions. Teeth in the sky, a red mountain on the horizon. You hurry from the tower, blinking away further visions. You'd heard that Zeraphile's pain manifests in the minds around him. Seems you've only added to the problem. Still, Morbazar has his followers, so... hopefully that'll keep them off our trail. We could also make an argument that I just did something horrible. But, counter-argument, he asked me to. So that makes it better, right? It most certainly doesn't. Still, moving along. Let's see here. Destroying Angel Fungus Cannon. This questionably legal weapon shoots missiles infected with mind-altering spores and will ravage any enemy's sanity. Now, as I recall, these have they have medium accuracy. Okay, I see. Well, regardless. Why not? At least one. So we'll switch out the Plinky Sluzen for the Destroying Angel. This is a good idea. Ah, dearie dear me. Leave for now. For now, we leave to somewhere else. Oh, probably should have gone to Forwarder Quinn and all that. Well. I mean, if we're already going this way... I am debating things I could do. I suppose I really should go to Gandala. Sure. Yeah, I'm just leaving. Don't worry about me, it's fine. And might as well go to the City of Knives while we're in the area. Visit. Get news. Try to remember where we're supposed to go for that. Also, hi, how's it going, buddy? What? Everybody else just saw that thing start running. Okay. Just gonna worry about that later. He stutters when he talks and twists things nervously in his massive hands. At a mere 7 feet in height, he'd be a runt among his fellow shark men. Know anything about the City of Glass? I started to write a book about this once, says Pen Pusher brightly. It was to be called The City of Glass, How One Karchar Solved History's Greatest Mystery. He sighs. I got 20 pages in before I realized I had no idea where to start, so I scrapped the project. Oh, still 20 pages more than I've written. Oh, dear. A little occultism. Never hurt anybody, says Pen Pusher. Not physically. Ooh. The occult is just the blanket term we apply to everything we don't understand. If I wasn't willing to push these kinds of boundaries, I'd be sitting in the kelp fortress, worshipping people because they have differently shaped heads. Now, where did I put my candles? Pen Pusher's made his quarters into a library of squirming books. He picks a ritual from one, apparently at random, and draws a hexagon on the floor in chalk. My success rate is variable, I must admit, but I have a good feeling about this one. The ritual is long and complex, and Pen Pusher has to repeat it several times to engender any sort of effect at all. Did you hear that? He says excitedly. Definitely some kind of whimpering from beyond a hideous veil. How exciting. Nothing further seems to happen, however, and Pen Pusher finally gives up. Better luck next time, I'm sure, he says. Also, it's whispering, not whimpering. Would be curious if something could happen from that, but fair enough. Wants an occult relic, does he? Well, we can hunt for one later. Yes. And technically I should look for another pilot just because we finished our deal with... Well, have we finished our deal? No. Not really going to be flirting with him, thank you very much. Don't get me wrong, decent human being, but, well... got other things to do. Didn't even intend for that, but... yeah, anyway. Yeah, who would I flirt with among these guys? I mean, Zhang Basho. Probably, he's like... if I was gonna flirt with somebody, the mushroom guy, probably. Question, can I actually flirt with him, by the way? Oh my god, I actually can. That is... you know what? I'm curious enough to go for this. Flirt with the Zhang Basho, a certain smile, a lingering look. Gauge its openness to a relationship, you never know where it might lead. Okay, sorry. When Zhang Basho realizes your intentions, it stares at you for a long time, a small cloud of spores puff from beneath its cap. I reproduce asexually and have no sexual organs at all, says the Mycena. We don't even form pair bonds in the same way that humans do. This isn't going anywhere unless it pauses, then vanishes to its room, and returns with a stoppered purple vial. Anything's possible in dreams, it says. How about it? I must confess, I'm curious. This is a taboo that's never been broken. I am sorely curious, but... Sex with a mushroom man is fine, but you draw the line at drugs. I kinda love that response. I love that response. How could I not? I mean... Oof, I say. Ah, dear. I'm gonna get a reputation if I keep doing this, though. It's like he flirts with everybody, doesn't sleep with any of them. Ah, man. I needed something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna go visit the New Thorns thing. Thank you very much. Wander the streets. What do we got? On the recommendation of a street peddler, you make your way to the Prong, one of the few mega spikes on the less affluent western side of the scenic. Though it's smaller than the mega spikes to the east, it still takes you half an hour to reach the top in the auto conveyor. Here you find a delightful balcony garden open to the public, just as the street peddler told you. The garden affords the best view of the city of Knives that any traveler could ask for. A viridescent vista stretches before you, glowing water and green-yellow smog, with the mega spikes silhouetted like a fleet of shark fins in the distance. It's a stark, strange sight, and one you won't forget for a long while. Huh. Is a lovely city, I suppose. Chat with Waif. Again, need to keep my sanity up. For as long as we can. Did you guys sell anything useful, by the way? Just curious. Just questioning that. Looks a lot like no, not so much. Although, this has useful... Oh, yes. Tried and true 35mm mortar. Don't let crossword fool you, says Amity. If you want something reliably exploded, this is the only way to go. Yes. In fact, yes. I am totally okay with losing those two. Yes. Perfect. So that's medium damage, high accuracy weapon. And we got rid of the plinkies. Well, most of the plinkies. Still have one, but that's fine. Don't really have anything else to sell here, so... I mean, I guess the blinding hooch. Sure, whatever. Huh. Alright, let's push a little bit further. Do we have anybody new, by the way? Pilot? Well... You're the more interesting of the two, but we have finished our business with Otto, so... Genevieve Cole. She won't talk about her past, but she expounds with great enthusiasm on all manner of sciences and philosophies. When she smiles, you see a glint of fang. When she talks to you, her eyes drift to your neck. Why not? We can always visit with Han back later. You know, if we got back to the City of Keys. Which itself is unlikely, so, you know, there's that. Oh, you already want to speak to us. Huh. When she talks to you, her eyes drift to your neck, then she catches herself and her mouth quirks naturally into a sardonic smile. Genevieve invites you to her quarters for wine and philosophy. This seems like a terrible idea. Genevieve smiles, a glint of fang at the corner of her mouth. It's nice to finally be surrounded by people of above-average intelligence, she says. When you go to pour her a glass, she places her hand over the rim. I do not drink wine. How about the fact that you're obviously a vampire? Well... I mean, how could I not, really? What, splutters Genevieve? What gives you the very suggestion? She has the boggled, wounded expression of a fish that's been pulled from water and used to slap somebody. Fine, she snaps, deflating. I'm a vampire, and obviously a more indiscreet one than I had hoped. But before you fetch your torch and pitchfork, I want to assure you that you have nothing to fear from me. I'm abstinent. I do not drink blood. Yeah, sure, whatever. Good, she says. Thank you. I'm glad to finally have this out in the open. Speaking of such things, could you drop me off next time we're near the Scars of Shang? I have a meeting to attend with my, abstinence support group. She gives you a tight-lipped smile, as though suddenly more self-conscious about her fangs. Aw. Like, I'm sorry, but, I mean, it was obvious. Could have discussed other things, I suppose, but, you know, it was a thing to... It's fine. Know anything about the City of Glass? Ah, the City of Glass, Genevieve smiles wistfully. The Abstami were wrong-footed by that. After the first disappearance, we infiltrated the Glass aristocracy. They were all in on it, and it was all planned. For the second disappearance, they were planning to hide where no one could look. But that's all our agents found out before they vanished along with the rest. Interesting. I would flirt with you, but later. Kinda feel bad, you know. We could just discuss things, but, I mean... How could I resist that option? How could I say no? Oh well. Moving along, again, I'm thinking... Gandola. Don't remember there being anything useful at Carnage and Rust, so... Although, maybe. Because it's the site of a major, conflict between... on our way back. We'll worry about that later. It's the site of a major battle, the war between, I think, the Principate and the cities, if I recall correctly. Might be something useful there, but... That's the future's problem. Right now, let's just get our little Karchar off of our Kinetopede. And then... Well, we actually have a few things to do at many places in the area, so... That'll be fun. That'll be a thing to do. Also, perhaps stock up on more fuel, maybe? Seems to have been paused for a while there, so... I'll take it, but I can't help but feel like that's gonna... There we go, it's finally burned out. Well, worry about that later. Work now, worry later. Plus I have to test out these guns on something. That'll be a fun one. Yes, cottage. Oh, just occultist paraphernalia. Fair enough. Also, how do you summon yourself to the house on accident? I wonder. Well, this is just where everything, ends up when things go wrong. Oh, need to go down a little bit. Come. Places to go, things to do. Well. Some unsavory types. They aren't bandits, the captain explains through the crack of the radio. They just patrol the area, protecting fellow travelers. Her crew readies their artillery. It's only fair, she explains. They pay them a tax for passing through such a safe and bandit-free room. If you refuse, and here she sighs, they'll assume you're a bandit and act accordingly. Best to hand over the money. Or alternatively... No. Really? You have one gun? You thought this was a good idea, huh? Well. This is gonna fuck up his day. Good times. Let's see here. My only problem is that I can't tell what... Oh, no. Get out of there. Okay, perfect. Can't tell what weapon did the most damage there, but still. Live to fight again. Another war story, some more guineas. Not too bad. Part of me kind of wishes we went after that little bounty we had over here, but... Well, not there. Here, but... Meh. Something for the future. It's 2 down, 2 down. Well, we can still clear off this area, I suppose. The more rooms we explore, the better. so we only have 2 guys injured now? Well, 3, technically. Although Tybalt, he's gonna be fine eventually, probably. Possibly. It's all good. It is all good. Even if I had used up all of my guineas, well, most of my guineas. Still needed things. I'll take that golem. Still haven't found a proper use for them, have I? Well, something to worry about later. Oh. Went a little too early. Ah, wonderful. Join us. Need a junior engineer. Wonderful. Okay. So we're doing pretty dang good. Ooh. It's actually cheaper here, so... yeah. So, Waif, what's up? Wonderful. Get rid of our car well, I almost said prisoner. Passenger. And you want to go to Hextall. Meh. Okay. What news? And wander the walkways. One fisher, a colossal woman with arms like marble columns, tells you in a good-natured drawl about the strangest catches she's ever made. Boots, books, panic cats. Once hooked another fisher's rod and pulled him from the opposite dock. Roars with laughter, slap on the back. What do you got, by the way? Nothing. Also, you pay less for Caloram Run than the City of Knives, so... don't know why I would ever do that. Suppose all is well. Next episode, we'll continue our explorations. Actually, you know what? Oh, Genevieve finding me another place to go. Well. Think what we do is we go to Filbert or Quinn, because I have much business there. And then, well, maybe we take Genevieve to her support group. And deal with our little business with the heart. But that's all for the future. For now, thank you for your time. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I shall see you all soon. Bye-bye.